Long after the heated words faded in the grand halls of the Fu clan, a darker design now stirred unseen. Alchemy Emperor of the Divine Dao, Chapter 1779. Chapter 1780 unveils Ling Han standing at the edge of treacherous ambitions, his calm defiance slicing through Fu Tonghai's veiled threats. The hidden dragon mystery realm looms ahead, a place where countless lives vanish with barely a whisper. Yet Ling Han prepares to step forward, unaware that every shadow may hide a blade. Loyalties, envy, and schemes converge like storm clouds, and the faintest misstep could seal his fate. As the threads of the Fu clan tighten around him, one question lingers. Can a man who refuses to kneel truly survive when all desire to see him fall? Ling Han's gaze lingered on Fu Tonghai, a man whose presence seemed to command the winds themselves. There was an undeniable magnetism in the way he moved, in the subtle sway of his voice, the kind that could bend hearts with ease. Were it not for the fire of ambition that burned within Ling Han's chest, a flame that reached beyond the heavens, he might have been swayed, might have followed this man into the shadows of loyalty and submission. But Ling Han was not a man to bow to another, not even to someone as imposing as Fu Tonghai. Even the bond with Fu Gaoyun existed only in the realm of friendship, not servitude. Yet, who could see that? In the eyes of a patriarch's heir, friendship was a currency, a tool for influence, never a mutual respect. Fu Tonghai, blinded by his desire to bend Ling Han to his will, failed to understand that some spirits cannot be caged. He pressed forward with persuasion, offering wealth, power, and even the delicate beauty of Lu Huayu as a prize, as if human hearts could be bought with gold or adorned with favors. Ling Han's lips curved in calm disdain, a quiet storm that refused to bow. I am a man with no great ambitions, and only wish to spend my life peacefully. I fear I cannot meet Brother Hai's expectations. The words struck like cold steel against Fu Tonghai's pride. Inwardly, he seethed. Peaceful? You, who spoke to Lu Huayu of becoming a celestial king, now claim to seek no ambition? Who do you think you are fooling? Yet, outwardly, he maintained composure, though a dark shadow passed across his features. Ling Han's presence was no trivial matter. The young man's choices swayed the allegiance of two of the greatest alchemists. Without him, Fu Gaoyun's ascension to patriarch could be imperiled. Such an outcome was unthinkable. With renewed fervor, Fu Tonghai attempted another round of persuasion. Riches, influence, and even Lu Huayu herself were dangled before Ling Han as bait, but the proposal only deepened Ling Han's contempt. To Fu Tonghai, the patriarchal throne was everything. Every life, every bond, was a mere stepping stone toward it. One could be given, then taken back without remorse, as if hearts were no more than chess pieces on a board. Ling Han, however, would not play this game. Calmly, he said, I am a little tired. Please leave. The dismissal hit Fu Tonghai like a thunderclap. Never before had he been rebuked so plainly, and the sting of it flared within him. No matter one's might or reputation, the Fu clan's vassals were always bound by the hierarchy. Even great alchemists such as Situ Tang and Xiang Yan, revered though they were, could be abandoned should the clan's interests demand it. The thought made his pulse tighten with irritation. Ling Han had been spoiled by Fu Gaoyun's protection, and now his insolence showed. Fu Tonghai's resolve hardened. He would uncover every account, every sacrifice Fu Gaoyun had made to recruit Ling Han. If necessary, he would strip him of the heir's mantle. But outwardly, he masked his fury with a practiced smile. Brother Han, you are bound for the hidden dragon mystery realm, correct? Ling Han inclined his head. Correct. Fu Tonghai's smile widened, though it did not reach his eyes. I have ventured there before. Allow me to offer counsel. The realm is treacherous, its dangers countless. One misstep could cost a life. Tread with utmost caution, Brother Han. He rested a hand upon Ling Han's shoulder, a gesture that dripped with feigned concern, yet carried the weight of a veiled threat. The hidden dragon mystery realm was a crucible, claimed countless lives with every opening. To a second severance cultivator like Ling Han, it could be a death sentence. Ling Han, sensing the hostility hidden beneath courtesy, chuckled softly. I have always been a fortunate man. There is no need for your worry. Then may fortune favor you, Fu Tonghai replied, his voice a mere whisper of silk hiding steel. He turned, his form dissolving into the shadows with a flick of his sleeve, leaving a trail of icy menace. Already, plans had formed in his mind, Subordinates would lie in wait within the mystery realm, ready to strike Ling Han down. In this realm of secrecy and death, no one would bear witness. Even Bei Xuanming, with his own score to settle, would seize the opportunity. The lunar sect's elite, countless and immortal beyond measure, were primed and deadly. Each step of Ling Han's journey watched with sharp eyes. Fu Tonghai's mind raced, recalling the Shao clan, the Han clan, and every star force Ling Han had angered. By some miracle, he had survived thus far. Yet miracles were ephemeral. Fu Tonghai's hand now guided fate itself. His resolve crystallized. The young man who upset the balance between the four great heirs would find no safe path. Even if he did not act personally, others would follow the current of destiny to ensure Ling Han's demise. A cruel smirk curved his lips. The game was about to begin. Ling Han, in the quiet of the main hall, rubbed his chin in bemusement. No grand designs had he in visiting the Fu clan, only a simple inquiry into the whereabouts of the Rock Palace. Yet the day had been swallowed by storms of confrontation and threat. Strange, indeed. "Don't dwell on it," came the soft voice of the heavenly phoenix divine maiden. She leaned against him with an effortless grace, her presence a balm to the tension in his chest. If trouble did not follow you, that would be the truly strange thing. Ling Han drew her close, inhaling the delicate fragrance of her hair. Who dares call her husband's life anything but extraordinary? A soft, teasing giggle answered him. In the arms of such a man, life itself became a tapestry of endless excitement. She whispered near his ear, a melody of temptation, "I want it." And the words shimmered like fire upon the calm surface of a lake, promising that even amidst danger, passion, and courage would always burn bright. Time had a way of slipping like water through one's fingers, and before Ling Han even realized it, 3 more moons had waxed and waned. During this period, the Fu clan's shadow did not stir against him. Perhaps their fury and ambition had been entirely consumed by the hidden dragon mystery realm, that legendary crucible of peril where only the boldest dared to tread. Yet Ling Han's heart remained calm, tempered by both confidence and caution. True, he could not yet stand unscathed against a warrior at the peak of the 4th severance. But his body had been honed to such a degree that even a lightning strike from such a foe could not fell him outright. And with his arsenal, the 9 heavens flame, the Xuanyan source water, the 10 beasts technique, Ling Han carried more than enough secrets to turn even a seemingly impossible battle into a calculated gamble. The hidden dragon mystery realm, bound by a strict entry threshold, seemed to Ling Han less a danger and more a personal playground. Here, the path could be trodden at leisure, the treasures sought without obstruction. Changsun Liang, Xiao Sheng, and their companions had arrived after him, yet even they were barred from entry. Ling Han could not suppress a wry sigh. Once within the Black Moon sect and Shao clan, each of them had shone like sovereign stars, princely prodigies whose names commanded awe. And now, not a single one could claim a passage into this realm. The world, it seemed, was indifferent to former glory. Perhaps it was indeed better to be a king among minnows than a minnow among kings. After a brief encounter with Changsun Liang, Ling Han boarded one of the Fu clan's mighty battleships, its hull bristling with the silent threat of destruction. Only 3 such vessels existed in the entire clan, each wielding the martial might of a peak-stage immortal palace tier, each a fortress capable of shattering entire squadrons. The ship cut through the ether with unyielding speed, its cannons poised to pulverize any foolhardy aggressor. Even an ascending origin tier elite would think twice before daring an attack. On board, small circles naturally formed. Ling Han found himself alongside Fu Gaoyun, while the others clustered in their familiar dynamics. Among them were Fu Xiaoyun, Fu Gaoyun's younger sister, and Situ Xiaozhen, the cherished granddaughter of a 3-star alchemist. The latter had earned her spot with ease, her lineage demanding respect and careful guardianship. Fu Gaoyun, under the stern warnings of 2 venerable alchemists, shivered at the thought of failing in this duty. Their threats had been neither idle nor gentle. One misstep, and Fu Gaoyun's misfortune would be permanent and absolute. Within their quarters, a tempest of personality brewed. Situ Xiaozhen's audacious teasing set the room alight. Fu Gaoyun endured, caught between embarrassment and helplessness, while Fu Xiaoyun endured her own share of playful barbs. Ling Han and the Empress, in contrast, withdrew to solitude, their minds absorbed beneath the sacred canopy of the reincarnation tree within the Black Tower, weaving and strengthening the Tao that would fortify their bodies and souls for the trials ahead. Time raced onward, and within a mere month, the hidden dragon mystery realm loomed into view. Mists wrapped the wilderness like ethereal silk, swirling with secrets and half-forgotten terrors. Inside, the fog thinned, a remnant of a long-lost formation left by a celestial sect of immeasurable might. Though incomplete and dulled by the ages, the aura that lingered within radiated an ancient lethality, a haunting reminder of the battles waged and lives lost in that long-past cataclysm. Rumor whispered that this realm had once belonged to a celestial king-tier sect, its fall shrouded in enigmatic silence. Now, only the barest vestiges of the original defensive formations remained, confusion laid as a trap, capable of disorienting even the most disciplined cultivators. Those who entered unprepared risked wandering into annihilation, ensnared by rogue regulations that could strike with deadly precision. Ling Han's battleship descended slowly, joining a flotilla of at least 10 others. Each bore unique flags, painted in diverse colors, yet the formidable architecture of the vessels spoke of uniform mastery. Fu Gaoyun explained that these were not the products of the sects themselves, but the creations of the massive military pavilion, a renowned 4-star force specializing in martial commerce rather than conquest. From the tiniest blade to the grandest warship, they could craft it all. Hundreds of ascending origin tier battleships stood testament to their wealth and influence, a treasure that no power dared covet lightly. As Fu Gaoyun surveyed the gathered fleets, names were uttered like rolling thunder. Liu Clan, Beiyu Clan, Qianzhao Clan, Tang Clan, Ancient Rain Sect, and finally, the Purity Sect. Ling Han noted the pause in Fu Gaoyun's breath, a flicker of wariness and desire mingled in his gaze. Cheng Zhong's face darkened slightly. Ling Han, curious, asked about the sect's reputation. Fu Gaoyun's voice held caution. The Purity Sect, he explained, relied not on brute force, but on seduction, their disciples trained in arts so refined that one might surrender everything unconsciously in their presence. Cheng Zhong added an anecdote of past folly, how the young master Yun had once lost a priceless celestial medicine to the wiles of a holy daughter of the Purity Sect. Even now, the memory lingered on Fu Gaoyun's face, a strange mingling of vexation and nostalgia. The warning was clear. The Purity Sect's seduction was a weapon beyond ordinary comprehension. Liu Huayu, Ling Han realized with a growing chill, was but a discarded disciple, yet even she had mastered subtlety to a degree that demanded vigilance. Fu Gaoyun's expression darkened further as he spoke of the bewitching Maiden Ru, the singular holy daughter whose name alone stirred legends. To know her surname, rumor held, was to gain the possibility of becoming her Dao partner, a fate entwined with both peril and allure. Ling Han's curiosity flared. He yearned to witness this extraordinary being, to measure her captivating artistry against the tides of his own indomitable will. The hidden dragon mystery realm awaited, a stage set with whispers of ancient power, veiled danger, and the allure of untold treasures. Ling Han's heart quickened. Here, amidst mists, regulations, and the silent threat of formidable rivals, every step would be a dance on the edge of the Tao. And so, with the waters trembling beneath the might of the Fu clan's warship, the adventure, veiled in wuxia grandeur, truly began.